It's your boy Jimbo,
That guy Joe,
and welcome to another patio episode.
Patio Pours, bitch.
Patio Pours.
Episode 104. It is September 15th, approximately 9:50 p.m. And we are out here drinking a couple of brews. I don't even know what you got, bro.
We got two quick brews. This is Tidal from Four Hands, an Imperial IPA.
Tidal Wave. She's sexy for show. Hold on, let's pour this up. I'll show them the can.
We got the little mini campfire going.
Yeah, Patio Pours. In case you missed the last one, this is Jimbo's new place.
Shout out to Solo Stoves. If you guys ever want to, run ads with us or sponsor us, I'll take all the gear you can give me.
Look at that head.
Woo, buddy.
Son. All right, so here we go. Tidal Waves, Four Hands, Imperial IPA. Tell them what they say.
What do they? Not a whole lot on this one. Wow, this is a rare Four Hands that has no information.
No pairings or nothing?
No pairings.
That's their whole thing. They always got pairings on the side of the like you look at where they have all the warnings and shit, and then right next to it they always got the little.
And this is 1 pint, 7.5% alcohol. It's Tidal Imperial IPA.
It smells very light considering it's an Imperial. The head is serious though. I mean,
yeah.
Look at that, boys and girls. Brother?
Oh, that's smooth.
Ooh.
That doesn't drink like an Imperial.
That's what I was just thinking. I was gonna say I don't think I've ever had an Imperial that's that light and smooth.
Yeah.
It's clean, it's crisp.
That is.
It's hoppy, but here we'll put it like this. They have IPAs that are not Imperials that
are hoppier.
Are way hoppier than this. You know, like when you see Imperial, I mean, I'm
expecting amped up.
It's not a surprise when you're like, whoo, you know, when it's like, hey, or it's almost kind of bitter, it's so fucking hoppy, or like it's so dry from the hops, you know. But this is clean, crisp, smooth, very flavorful. It's refreshing. I don't know that I've ever called an Imperial IPA refreshing.
No, it builds a little bit, but for the most part, that is a incredibly drinkable. That doesn't seem.
It's so flavorful.
Yeah, it's not. It's not Imperial in my mind. Maybe I don't understand what Imperial technically means. But I know from our experience what an Imperial Stout is usually real fucking alcohol-y.
Yeah,
and Imperial IPA is usually high ABV and super hot.
And with IPAs, they're always very, very hoppy. Yeah. And sometimes that's what I was meaning. Like sometimes that hoppiness, it's kind of bitter, you know. And then sometimes it's kind of funky.
Yeah.
Or sometimes like it'll be a real juicy IPA, like how we did that Ranger
the
Fruit Force.
Yeah,
the Fruit Force.
Well, it tasted like a Hawaiian punch, basically.
We kept saying, we were like, how is this 9%? It almost tastes like punch.
Yeah.
You know.
That's wild.
Yeah, this is really, really nice. Honestly, I would say as an Imperial, because of the level of drinkability, this is automatically a fuck yeah, dude.
Once you talk to the folks, I'm going to grab 2 more glasses. I forgot that.
Are you fucking kidding me? So, we've done it time and time again, but we'll go ahead and say again for the uninitiated, in case you're not in the OBOT club. Our rating scale is very, very basic and simple. This is 7.5, so actually for an Imperial, that's not what I'm used to either. It's a 7.5, so it's not crazy.
Yeah.
But our rating scale, we have our meh means that I'm probably not going to drink it again. And if I do, I'm really not ever seeking it out. We have our okay, all right, okay. And sometimes okay can be okay, I guess I'll drink it. But it can also be Hell yeah, let's do it. And then we have, on the rare occasion, something that I would say this qualifies for, primarily for drinkability, because I just didn't expect it to be this refreshing. And all the other IPA notes, it hits. Look at the lacing. It qualifies. It qualifies in all ways. This is what we call a fuck yeah. Fuck yeah is a brew that I want to share with friends. Fuck yeah is something I want to brag about. It's something that I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm going to the store to find more of this. And I feel like, especially since I didn't even know about Tidal yet, I'm late to the party. Fuck yeah, I'm getting some more.
Yeah. Give it a fuck yeah. Oh, look at that lacing. That is beautiful.
So, friends, announcement. I'm doing Guns N' Hoses, bro.
Hell yeah, brother.
I'm going to fight a cop at the Enterprise Center on November 22nd. In front of who knows how many fucking people. And I also found out earlier this evening that on foxtv.com and fight.tv.com, this shit streams for free. It's not a pay-per-view. So for my friends and my family and our OBOT friends that might be out there interested in watching your boy, Firefighter Joe, fight a police officer in St. Louis, foxtv.com. FightTV.com.
Let me ask you something.
November 22nd, it's fucking going down.
Let me ask you something. I don't know if you'll know this, because I know, like, most major cities do a Guns N' Hoses. Are they typically all around the same time?
I don't think so.
Or is it like
and
summer in the summer?
I haven't looked in deeply, but I also don't think like everywhere does it. I think
not
it's
everywhere,
more of a
but
Midwest
like,
thing,
do
bro.
you know New York's got to do Guns N'
I don't
Hoses.
know.
FDNY versus NYPD.
It depends on like a lot of it breaks down to sponsorships and who's putting it on.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I haven't looked up. I know that that when I've looked up, I've seen.
Because Backstoppers is a
Backstoppers
national.
is everywhere.
Yeah.
So what it is Backstoppers is the organization. If you're ever looking to donate to a charity for first responders,
honestly, if you're looking to donate to a charity,
it's the one,
and you want to know that the money actually goes somewhere.
Backstoppers
that's
the
a big problem
guys,
with a lot of charities.
It's amazing. Backstoppers is literally amazing. Like say, if I had a wife and I had kids. Backstoppers is the company that steps in that if I were to die in the line of duty, they automatically come in. They tell your wife, you decide what the arrangements are, but we've got it. We're covering everything. You let us know what your bills are. Give us your utilities. We will cover it. We have everything. We already have groceries coming to you, and we're also going to supply what you need for your children. Schools, like right now, it's back to school time. You know, if that's your family situation, like school supplies, new school clothes, shoes, like we got you. And we're going to make sure that your kids at least have their freshman year in college covered. I don't have a wife and kids, so instead they would step in and they would tell my mom, you make your arrangements, we got it. We're covering everything. So it's legit. It's a big deal. It's not just for fire. It's for all first responders. Backstoppers, like, they handle everything. And it's really, really amazing. So it's for a cause. It's a big part of why I've decided to get back in there. I haven't fought in about 7 years competitively, but I've been coaching for over 8. So it's going to be interesting, friends. November 22, Enterprise Center, St. Louis, Mo. It's going down.
On that, let's cheers to our second beer. So this is Hell's Style Balkan Lager, Urban Chestnut, in partnership with Balkan Treat Box. Don't have a lot of information once again, but it is a Hell's Style 4.8% ABV. Best one refrigerated. Fair enough, ladies and gentlemen.
It looks crispy.
And you can see the lacing. It had a nice head on it.
But it looks crispy like a Kohlschlager. Let's see how it drinks.
Ooh.
It kind of drinks like a crispy German lager. It doesn't taste like that. It doesn't have the same kind of
It's got some taste that I'm really enjoying, though. That malt.
But it has that same kind of crispy finish.
Because I'm a guy that I like malt flavor, but I don't like how a lot of malty beers kind of linger too much with the malt. And it builds up too much, and then you just got malt flavor in your mouth. It's
almost got a little zesty finish. Like I don't taste like citrus on it, but there's like a little zest to it. Yeah, it's got a nice snap and everything. Like,
yeah.
This is a great end of summer beer, man.
That beer away from the fire.
Yeah, buddy. So,
you want to show the folks the can real quick?
Oh, hell yeah. UCBC. Look at that sexiness. Actually, this reminds me of that Karbach beer we had from San Antonio.
Yeah.
That has the same kind of color scheme. That's great.
So our boy Joe, fighting in Guns and Hoses.
11:22. It's going down.
We'll make sure we keep y'all
down.
We'll keep reminding the folks.
Well, now, I mean, obviously, I'll be posting from my personal page at that guy Joe. I'll be posting, but we've talked about this on our own. We're gonna include y'all now because we're all friends here. We've been doing this for a while. We've been talking for a while, like on and off since the spring, and you're getting back at it. But we've been talking about how we need to quit fucking around because a year and a half, 2 years ago, this podcast of ours was very much incorporating fitness and health as a part of what we do, because we were also we're not just on a mission to drink and talk about some of the best beers that we can find in St. Louis, Missouri, or just the Midwest region. It wasn't just that. We were on a mission to show you that you can have a fucking hearty beer habit and enjoy life in those ways, but also be fairly healthy. Be at a healthy weight range. Be strong. Still be physically active. Be to a level of athleticism. Yeah. And we were working towards it. We were working hard towards it. And this was before I even got accepted in the St. Louis County Fire Academy. I had to pass a mandatory physical test. I was working very hard for that at the same time that you were getting involved in D1.
So, to give you guys perspective on this, and I'm glad you brought this up. So, when we started this podcast, I was around 260. And at one point, if you guys go back, around the time I got married, I was 205, 210. I was benching about 350. I was squatting 425. Yesterday, I went to my gym, had a full body assessment, and met with a personal trainer that I'm going to do 12 sessions with over 12 weeks, once a week, plus a workout plan. I've hit 270.
No shit, bro.
I have gained back every pound I lost plus some. And
yeah, it's a real ass moment.
It's a dude. That was a real.
I mean, I'm heavier than I need to be, but like I haven't gone that far, bro.
I gained back 65 pounds.
No shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like today, I literally had to register, and you have to register at a weight.
Yeah.
I'm right at 230. I'm right at 6 feet tall. I carry it well.
Yeah.
And also, I was 24 when I started really training martial arts and getting into everything, and I was coaching right around 26 or so.
Yeah.
But it changed my whole life. So even though I'm right at 230 now, when I was younger and I was 230 back then, I had a lot more stomach. I had a much bigger waist size. So the number on me now, because of lifestyle and stuff, I still coach. I'm still in the gym doing martial arts 2, 3, sometimes 4 times a week. Even if it's casual, I'm still doing that. That's kept me much smaller than I was. So you got to realize, like, I was bigger than I am now at 17 years old. You know, like at 21, I was bigger than I am. So it's easy to get comfortable when I'm like, well, I'm never as big as I used to be.
Right.
I'm like, I'm 230 and I'm still 2 pant sizes smaller than I was back then. It makes it easier. But what we're getting at is that we've gotten complacent. Yeah. So now I've given myself a reason to get back after it right at the same time when you've been talking about getting back after it. So what we're getting at is that we're about to get back after it. And don't be surprised when One Beer at a Time channel starts to turn into a little bit of a fitness motivational channel as well.
Just so happens to be did you text me today about Guns and Hoses?
Yeah.
It was literally yesterday, my day off, that I went up to the gym and I was like, I'm going to do this assessment. And it was one of those things where, like, I knew it was going to be it's free when you sign up. I knew it was going to be a little bit of a sales pitch. But I was okay with that because I wanted to buy some sort of personal training.
Right. You were there to buy something.
Right. So, but it was funny when the guy that did it, turns out he used to be in the car business. So when he was like presenting packages to me the way he did it, I looked at him, I go, what dealership did you work for? And he goes, what do you mean? I go, what car dealership did you used to sell at? And he goes, how'd you know that? And I go, dude, you still sell. I go, you still do this like you're selling cars. And he's like, no shit, I worked at Napleton Honda. I was like, yeah, I know.
That's fucking funny.
But point is that, you know, for those of you that have followed know that something happened about 2.5 years ago. That something was I was in a car accident. And that car accident was at about 3 in the morning. I fell asleep at the wheel. And I messed myself up, man. And it cost me also to no longer have a car for a long time. I drove a company car. I fell asleep behind the wheel of my company car. And, you know, that was that kind of, you know, it was a catalyst for an excuse. True, it became hard with my wife's schedule. My schedule became hard to go to D1 anymore. So I had to leave there. But it also just became a good excuse to not go to the gym anymore.
And D1 is a like legit gym where like athletes train. It's not like Planet Fitness where you can just go and lift some weights. Like,
it's co-owned by
like serious shit.
The guy that co-owns the St. Louis one or owns it was a lineman for Tom Brady. Like won multiple Super Bowl championships.
It's got the combine feel.
It is the combine every single morning, and I was there every single morning for the 5 a.m. workout 5 days a week. And I dropped about 60 pounds working out there, and then I had the car accident, and I have now gained all of that back and then some. You know, I work a fairly sedentary job, and that's not an excuse, but I need to get better.
Schedule you can plan
I got to get better about putting in the work.
Yeah.
And so part of my whole thing with the personal trainer is they're like, so you're buying 12 sessions, and that means that if you want to do 12 days straight, you can do that. If you want to do 2 days this week, 2 days this week, and I go, can I do 1 day a week? And they go, yeah. And what that also comes with for me is the guy will, on my phone, I have an app, he'll create a whole week workout session for me. So like Monday through Friday, and once a week meet with the guy. And I go, that's what I want to do, is I want to meet this guy every Thursday for him to weigh me, do my body assessment, do my workout. He'll watch me work out and, you know, adjust. It's the accountability. Yeah. And Joe getting back into shape is a good accountability for me.
See, me, I'm about to be in the gym like, who want to get this work? You want to get this work? You want to get this work? Who's going to lace up? Let's strap up. Let's go. Because we're about to be throwing hands nonstop for the next 7 fucking weeks, bro. This shit is going down. You don't even understand how lit up and excited I got earlier when I got the go-ahead from my chief. The gym that I coach at, my boss is one of the main promoters for the entire organization of Guns and Hoses. Yeah. So he's all amped up too because I get to rep the gym as well. Like, bro, it's about to be going down. And we're going to get back to those videos where I'm going to be up doing work and I'm going to be calling your ass out. You're going to be out there doing work. You're going to be calling me out.
And this is a point I kind of just touched on, but I want to reiterate. For any of those people out there that want to get in shape and you find it hard and you this is going to sound dumb, but I even forget what it's from. Accountability Buddy. What is that from? Oh, no, that's the gay camp that Butter's got. Accountability Buddy. But legitimately, find an accountability buddy. For me, it's Joe and my trainer.
That's where the man, bro. That's where the man David Goggins talks about the fucking accountability. Yeah, being able to look yourself in the face in the mirror, one-on-one, and say, "I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that, and I need to be doing it, and it's time to get after it."
And I think a lot of people struggle to hold themselves accountable.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Until you create. The nice thing is, and you know, this show is like. The first few weeks I was at D1, I had a buddy that bought me, that paid for my first month at D1. So that was my accountability buddy.
Right.
But once
you're like, I at least owe this motherfucker my effort.
Right. But after the first month and I was paying for it, or my dad paid for some of it because I was getting ready to get married, he's like, no, I want you to, I no longer felt accountable to anybody but myself. Right. So if your motivation level is find somebody. So the other day, so this is you'll
I got a funny one for you.
In my life, at least 3 times I've gained and lost 60 pounds. I've been right around or hovering over 200 since I left high school for the most part. And in that time, I have lost and gained 60 pounds probably 3 or 4 times. And the guy yesterday was like, well, every time you've done that, has it been in a healthy way? And yeah. He goes, well, how have you done it? I go, well, this last time was through D1. Are you familiar with that? He goes, yeah, I've heard of it. Okay. The time before that, I was rucking every single day, about an hour to 2 hours a day. And then I went to Florida, I did the Go Ruck. And then the time before that, I had my friends terrorize me. And he goes, what do you mean? I go, I would wake up every day to text messages from 4 or 5 of my friends calling me a fat piece of shit, telling me I'm a lazy fucking blob, telling me I'm a tub of goo. And the dude is losing his shit. He's laughing his ass off. He's like, you fucking serious? I go, absolutely. I go, they were terroristic.
Yeah, man.
But I asked them to do that.
Like those high school coaches.
Yeah, I go, that terrorism drove me to get up every day. And I go, it only lasted like 2 months of the terrorism. And then they all saw that I was like legit putting in the work and losing the weight and doing the thing. And I go, for, 2 years, I kept the weight off. I worked out good and did all that shit. It's always just been weird shit that I let get into my head to where I'll go a year or 2 at good weight and then something will happen and I'll fucking gain it all back, do something dumb, whatever. But yeah, man, find your accountability. Like if you struggle to make yourself accountable, find somebody that'll help you be accountable. And I'm telling you, you go to any gym in America and you'll be able to. Like, a lot of people are, especially people that are overweight and haven't worked out in many years, are typically intimidated by gyms.
Bro, the biggest part,
so many people at so many gyms are legit friendly as fuck.
People that you've always been big, you've always been heavy, man. Hey, it's nothing against you, man. There's a lot of factors that play into it. When you're somebody that you already bigger than everybody else in 6th grade,
yeah,
that's not the same as being 25, 30 and you're letting your life go and now you've gotten obese and stuff. There is circumstances and instances where it's a little bit different, and it's like you get it. Those are the people that don't want to go to the gym. You're intimidated, you're scared, you feel awkward, you feel frustrated, whatever it is. Like, for real, no, I get it. But you really, really got to understand that you're also the people that motivate us. I have told that to big people in the gym before. I have told that to people before I even started coaching. People that had you do a trial class, right?
Yeah.
Like, you come in and you try a boot camp. I've been there for 4 months, 6 months. I'm already doing pretty good. You come in as is.
Yeah.
You're not going to quit, though.
Yeah.
And there's going to be that moment in the workout where I'm thinking about slowing up, taking a rest, taking a breather, quitting. And I see you, day one rookie guy out of shape. And you're just like, fuck, I'm not going to quit. Yeah. And you just keep pushing. And then for me, I'm like, fuck yeah, all right. And I just keep going. And that's the same thing with, like, the bigger you are, the heavier you are, you inspire people too. You'd be surprised, but there are people who you think are jacked and leaned and ripped up and look in great shape, but they see your big old 300-pound self in there walking the stair climber, hitting the treadmill, jacking the cables with like barely any weight on it, but they see you dripping sweat and they see you pushing yourself, and sometimes them looking across the room and seeing you push yourself is enough for them to feel like, fuck that, I got no excuses.
It's not them judging you, man.
Yeah. And like there is the environment
in the world, but
that's what I was gonna say. There is the environment where like there is assholes, it is toxic, but it's kind of easy to read. And for the most part, most gyms you go to, that's not the fucking case, man.
I can absolutely tell you that was one of the things I loved about D1, and so far I like about the Edge is, like I said, I was at 260 when I started at D1, and I carry it okay. Like, I have a gut, but it's not like I carry it everywhere else. So I'm not that guy, and I've always been in decent enough shape, especially when it comes to lifting and shit like that. Bro, I watched people come in there that were quite a bit bigger than me, quite a bit heavier.
Yeah.
And the way everybody embraced everybody there was like, yo, this is... Yeah. We're not here to be like, oh, this...
You know what?
No one
it
here
doesn't
was
matter.
Like,
it doesn't matter. Look,
no one was like, well,
here's
this
what
fat
embodies
fuck doesn't
it.
belong here.
Here's what embodies it right here. And you've never been serious about a fight gym, but this is universal in a gym that has a collective mindset. And you know this is 100%. You know what fucking matters? It doesn't matter for the person that's a stud athlete that went from being a varsity player to just working out at D1 versus the fucking soccer dad who's coming in there at a 40-inch waist. You showed up. You showed up to work. Let's get that fucking work. That's the general mentality of that kind of group atmosphere. Of any boot camp, of any class setting you're going to do, of any cardio kickboxing, boxing class you're going to do, any beginner's jiu-jitsu class you're going to do, all of that, all of that stuff, that class group setting,
and you
that's what you're going to fucking get.
You want to know how quick it is at most places too, and I love this. Day one, you show up, you'll get greeted well, people will be nice. Day two, you show up the next day, you're in. You're in. Like,
yeah, man.
I'm not saying people aren't going to be nice day one. Like, absolutely. Like,
right,
hey,
no
nice
doubt.
to meet you. But like, day two,
and then
when you get your ass kicked day one, you show up day two ready for more pain. They know.
And
they all know.
You complete the first month, and everybody's like, yo, you're in the family now. And you just know.
Yeah. Hey, but that day two is a big thing.
Before we go too deep, we got to tell them about this brew.
This brew, I like it a lot.
I don't know which one I like more, but as far as them being real refreshing and good, like end of summer beers, I think they're like on par with each other.
These are both
they're both
just
really good.
This is literally, I have the mini fire going. These are both perfect. It's not cold outside yet. But it's good enough to have a little mini fire going.
Yeah.
These are perfectly sippable patio beers.
I can easily put down fucking 4 of these. No problem.
I think I like the Balkan a little bit better
than the Tidal.
Yeah. But that's, I think to me, that's,
here's why.
Hold on. Here's why. There are so many good IPAs. There's so many good IPAs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's only been in the last few years that we've been getting really good lagers.
Yeah.
I think that's why I like this.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking. What I was going to say, I think I got it. I really, really like the Tidal. That's a solid quality IPA.
Absolutely.
But because it is an Imperial, I have to stack it up against what I know as Imperial IPAs. And I think it's a fuck yeah because it's an Imperial IPA that's really, really flavorful, pretty hoppy, very, very forward in the flavor. It's robust and hearty and solid, but it's crispy and light in the finish. It's refreshing.
Yeah.
So that stands out. But as an Imperial, it's not like this 9 to 11%. It's a 7.5. So that also plays into why it's so drinkable.
Yeah.
This as a lager, this is the thing, getting back to what you were just talking about. We've talked about this. If you've watched any of our episodes in summer, we've talked about this all fucking summer long. We're always looking for, and we're extremely excited for these different lagers that are coming up that are high quality craft.
The lager renaissance.
This isn't just an easy drinkable beer because it's a lager. This is delicious. It's flavorful and it's great.
And you know what?
I can drink them all night, but it's not like a fucking basic light beer.
But we also always talk about part of the way we handle our show, the way we handle our reviewing is beers that non-craft beers. We kind of go like, hey, if you're not a craft, this is like, so this is not entry level, but it's maybe novice level, where you're not a big craft, like you just kind of start.
Yeah.
Trying craft beer. Ready to move up a little bit.
This is a great beer for somebody.
Flavor, but you're still gonna recognize it
for
as
somebody
something
that drinks
similar.
Like if you're somebody that drinks Ultra, Miller Lite, Coors Light all the time, this is a great beer for you to try. That's a craft brew. That's a good bridge for you into craft brews,
especially if you drink the diesels. The Bud heavies, not the lights, but the heavies. And you want to try some craft beer, you want to move on from your Budweiser, this is a good stopgap.
This is the way.
It's got good flavor. It's clearly a lager. It's refreshing. It's only 4.8%. It's not 7. It's not 9. It's a good old world beer.
It's probably star of the show.
It's proper beer.
Star of the show?
Yeah.
Fucking A. I think we're out. Are we out?
We're out.
Are we out? We'll fucking see y'all next time, motherfuckers.